It is almost important for the African leaders to strategically rally in an organized way to encourage and promote the diaspora's return into the continent by creating an organized channel where the diasporas can pass through, including acquisition of land, organization of schools, organization of business
Sometimes you
portfolios
had
for them to
network
be able
problem
to work.
anyway.
These diasporans coming, they are so important to the country because they are coming with businesses, they are coming with new ideas, they are coming with new strategies in order to raise money, to develop themselves, develop the continent, and develop the world. So when you push them back like that, what you are doing is you are destroying the reputation of the country when it comes to business and organization of systems so that they'll be able to become part of the community properly. And that is what we want to encourage all African leaders. These scams that are going on is destroying the reputation of the continent. One of the few things worrying our people is fear of failure. And then they also worried about how things will go here if they set up business because they feel they don't know their business area in this country well. I want them to realize that we are here to help them. We'll work with them because what we are doing is great. It is something that is so important and valuable, and its value transcends money.
Welcome to Kwaminat TV again. Today I'm here in Ghana, and today I have a guest, a special guest from UK that I'm going to talk to. I think Martin Keynes in specific. But then, before I will continue, if you don't know anything about this platform, Kwaminat TV promotes African businesses home and abroad, talk to intellectuals, entrepreneurs, diasporas, and at the moment we have Diaspora Talk. But if, as I said, if you're new on this platform, kindly subscribe to help this channel to grow. And also, if you are already a member, give us thumbs up. Leave comments on everything that we talk about. Leave comments, whether it's good or bad, just leave comments. And also, if you want us to talk about something else, you can also leave it on comment section. I'll read it. I definitely normally try to reply every single comment. Sometimes it's difficult, but we do it in due time. Keep watching Kwaminat TV, like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to subscribe and share to brothers and sisters, which it's in outside and mostly the diasporas that in the other side of the world. Daniel Mate, today I'm with Mr. Daniel Mate. So I'm leaving Kotoka International Airport straight to Heathrow Airport. Welcome, Mr. Danny. And also, I thank you for having time for me. You know, I know you guys over there. I can see from what you are wearing, the weather start getting chilly over there. And see me, I'm wearing my t-shirt, Kwaminat t-shirt. And guys, let me say something here. This t-shirt was produced by Mackenzie GH in Sunyani. Right now, I'm talking from Sunyani. Mackenzie GH. He produced jerseys, tracksuit for most of the schools and also even the military section. He does so many things. And if you want any design for your own football team, your school, your company, t-shirt or tracksuit or school, anything, even personal ones, you'll get it for, let me say you are doing wedding and you need maybe 100 t-shirts, go there, he will sort you out. Mackenzie GH, I greet you here in Sunyani, the peaceful city in Ghana. Mr. Danny?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mr. Danny, well, I know you. Can you kindly introduce yourself? Tell us.
Hi, I thank you for the opportunity that you are giving to me for me to be part of the show. I've really watched it from afar and enjoyed the show a lot. Me and you, we've worked on many projects when you were here in the UK, so I know you well. My name is Daniel Mate. I'm the CEO and Managing Director of Daniel Mate Multimedia. and I live here in the UK, Milton Keynes.
Okay, Mr. Danny lives in Milton Keynes. Danny, I want us to come to Ghana. Who are you in Ghana, and where are you from in Ghana?
Okay, I am from in Greater Accra, and I am an average entrepreneur trying to work on the strategic development of businesses both in Ghana and here in the UK.
And Mr. Danny, you live in UK now. What brought you to UK?
So I got married, and then I decided to move to the UK to work on my family.
And Danny, I know that you have a company that you talk about, but you know, I left there a couple of almost months ago. I mean, almost a year now. And I want you to tell the audience about yourself or what exactly you do in UK.
So, like I said, I am the CEO and Managing Director of Danimati Multimedia, which is a high-tech multimedia company that was set up to develop businesses here in the UK, promote businesses and also develop businesses from idea to shelf, which means that when you have an idea and you don't know how to turn it into a
Forgive us, the
business.
network's a bit slow. You know, Ghana network is.
Yes, it's okay. So from idea to shelf, which means that if you have a business or you have an idea and you don't know how to turn it into a business, we take over the idea, we turn the whole thing into a business, and then we hand it over to you in 3 months. What we do is we set the entire business up, we create marketing instruments, and then once it starts selling, we tell you how to run it, and then we leave the business to you. We also advertise for many companies so that they'll be able to get customers. We use our high-tech equipment and technologies here to make sure that your products become famous anytime you come to us.
Yeah. Yeah, so Danny, you are saying something about what you do, set up people businesses. I say a bit about it, maybe it came, but then tell us much more about it because as you said, you set people up and people may be all over. Which areas that you set people up?
Okay, so when I came to the UK, I realized that in order for us to strategically promote ourselves here and develop our people, both abroad and in Ghana, we need to strengthen the economic problem, or we need to strengthen our finances here. So we did set up this multimedia company to become an instrument that will facilitate the development of Afro businesses so that we will become economically strong to take care of our families here and also produce and create businesses in Ghana with the capital or money that we'll raise here. And we are developing not only Afro businesses, but we are developing businesses for the US, businesses for China, businesses for all the African countries. And we are working with anybody who wants to come on board to work with us. Our scope is very, very wide. We are developing children's businesses, we are developing salons, we are developing legal companies, law firms, we are developing people who want to create their own soaps and stuff, people who want to create their own wig lines. So our scope is very wide, and we've developed many businesses in the span of 1 year to financially improve the country and also improve the financial capabilities of our people.
Hey, you said something that which is very interesting. Well, I find it very interesting. You said something about kids, developing kids businesses. Can you explain it a bit?
Yes. So one of the problems facing our people here is the young people not having anything to do. So they end up indulging in violent activities and dealing in drugs and all that. So what we have done is we've created after school enterprise program that would help the young people to start their own YouTube channels, start their own small productivity businesses so that any business they create, the money will be used to promote their education by their parents, like a college fund, create a college fund for them, and also give them a skill of entrepreneurship and business whilst they're in school. So these are very light businesses, but then its ability to scale into a commercial portfolio is very great. And we are letting the parents manage these enterprises for the children so that they can use the money to help in their future development. And that is the kids businesses that we are talking about.
Okay, okay. Yeah, and the next one was you said about because the kids businesses, it's one of the interesting. It was in the UK we have problem of kids going on the street, and a couple of years ago starving and all those things. So if that
Yes.
doesn't come and the kids are interested, it will take them out from the street.
Yes.
So I find that one very interesting. So people outside there that want to help their kids grow or help their kids, people can, let me say, people can help their kids to come and develop this type of business. Now,
Yes.
someone may ask me, does the business you helping them, does it cost much or is affordable to? I mean,
it is very affordable. Even though we want to make money, our prime objective in setting up this business is more of a philanthropical mindset to promote love between families and the development of families. So the baseline is the money. The money is not our main issue. Our main issue is to create a financial situation for our people to be rich and have the money to develop themselves, and also create a family bond whilst they work together, like parents helping their children develop those small businesses. It creates a memorable family bond and brings loves in the family. So when you look at the money we are charging and the advantage where people are making so much money from the businesses we are establishing, that it is very, very affordable, and people cannot do that if we don't bring that. It's very difficult for our people to establish such projects here until we came with this program. And we are not only developing children businesses, we're also developing a program called the Stay Home Parent, which will give parents who are home also small businesses so that they don't become frustrated with losing their career, not able to do any businesses, and then the shortage of income in the family. Those small businesses that the parents are creating also generates money, and they're able to work with their children collaboratively in developing these businesses, making it a very powerful venture for a futuristic love and family development.
For a futuristic love and family development. Okay, so Danny, in terms of those businesses that you are talking about, I mean, developing from the kids, adults, and you said something about saloon and that people having saloon, because most of the Africans that in over there intend to open, I mean, saloon, African shops, and etc. What about that one?
Yes, so those businesses have done brilliantly well, because when you look at the UK a few years ago, where there were no African businesses, the growth of these African businesses have been precipitous, and now we have many. But we are taking it to the next level into producing commercialization and products that can go commercial and also sell international, so that we can produce our culture and the things that we produce in a grand scale for us to sell across board. When you look at how the products are being branded, how they are being organized. So these people, the people who are opening saloons, those who are selling small things in African shops, we are not letting them create their own brand lines. People have their own brand line of wigs. People have their own brand line of hair creams, hair products, and these are selling in the shops, both in like international shops like Asda and the rest, because of how we've designed and developed the packages, so that we are not only helping our people, but we're also promoting our culture and creating a future for our people by saying that, look, the Africans are developed, we are open-minded, we are entrepreneurial, and we are ready to sell to the world and work with the world.
Wow, that is interesting. It's very interesting because in terms of the products that they sell it to, probably the Asda and other departmental shops in UK, I mean, specific UK-based shops, is it African product or it's just, and let's say if it's cream, it's international scale, is it African product?
These are real natural African products. So we are not only creating money for our people here, but we're also promoting African products by commercializing it in a way that we can sell it here. One of the key things we realize is the African products are great. They are not that bad. But then it was the packaging and organization of it into a business portfolio, which was letting our people down in trading or commercializing or being able to sell their products in their stores. So what we have done is we have now standardized it. We've created avenues, we've branded it well, developed better labels, better production, better bottling systems, and better preservation systems so that the African products can still go on the shelf. So that we create a nice African link for the people in Africa to also make some money, and then we also make some money here, whilst our products also sell us and our culture to the world.
Also sell us and our culture to the world. This is very interesting. So, I mean, what do you want to tell the people out there to those who want to open business? Someone have money, but they have no idea about where to go and how to start.
One of the few things worrying our people is fear of failure. And then they also worried about how things will go here if they set up business, because they feel they don't know their business area in this country well. I want them to realize that we are here to help them. We'll work with them because what we are doing is great. It is something that is so important and valuable, and its value transcends money. We are selling ourselves and our culture to the world for the world to recognize that we are ready to do business. And so they should come and talk with us. We want to work with them. We'll develop their businesses. We'll promote their businesses. We'll let the businesses go international for them to be able to raise money to develop themselves, their future, and their families.
Then if someone may ask you, or may ask me, is it only if I'm in Milton Keynes, or is it only if I'm in UK that I can, be a part of your organization?
No, we are developing the businesses all over the world. We're developing businesses in Canada. We're developing businesses in the US. We are developing businesses in Sierra Leone, Liberia. We are developing businesses in Ghana and here in the UK, the whole UK, not only in Milton Keynes. We are even promoting politicians in various countries develop their political portfolios and careers whilst they create avenues to give their people jobs and stuff. So we are not only looking at developing businesses here, we are developing businesses all over, like the whole world.
And guys, I said, keep watching Kwaminat TV, like, subscribe, and share. If you are not a member of Kwaminat TV, that's what Kwaminat TV do. We promote African businesses home and abroad. We talk to intellectuals. We talk to entrepreneurs, diasporans, as we are doing now as a diaspora talk. And please, kindly, if you are not a member of Kwaminat TV, kindly subscribe because it will help us grow. I mean, we appreciate you guys, and we love when you subscribe. And if you're also a member of it already, then just give a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up. Leave comments. If you want us to talk about something else, just leave it at the comment side, and we will reply. I basically normally reply most of my comments that you leave personally. As we heard about Danny, let's come to Ghana. Come to Ghana. You are from, you said you are from Pram Pram. There was a video going out about diasporas being scammed here in Ghana, and some of them live in UK. I had a lot of calls and also in a comment section. Can you tell us a bit about idea about why and how? Because you lived there in Ghana before you went, and you were working
Yes.
also around those people. So tell us a bit about, yeah,
Um,
such incidents that happen.
well, we also heard the same rumor here, and we're not saying it's not true, but what we are saying is in order for these things not to happen, we need to come up with a strategy that would integrate the diasporans and the Africans in a subtle, well organized manner. It is the disorganization of the protocol and the system that the channels that they are using to relocate, which is creating these problems. We want to urge not only the Ghanaian government, but all the African leaders that look, we have a proverb that says that you do not stand in thorns to remove thorns. So these people are out of the thorns and they are coming back to help us remove the thorns. It is almost important for the African leaders to strategically rally in an organized way to encourage and promote the diaspora's return into the continent by creating an organized channel where the diasporas can pass through, including acquisition of land, organization of schools, organization of
Yeah,
business
sometimes you
portfolios
had
for them to
network
be able
problem
to work,
anyway.
and organization of systems so that they'll be able to become part of the community properly. And that is what we want to encourage all African leaders. These scams that are going on is destroying the reputation of the continent. So we urge and beg the African leaders to be strong-minded, come together in a united front to facilitate the promotion and organization of a channel that the African Americans and the diasporas can use to return to Africa and work together with Africa to develop the continent and develop the world.
Then you were saying something before that thing went in terms of scamming in Ghana. A lot of
Yes.
diasporas are crying. Some has even moved back. Some has even moved to UK, which they wanted even to talk to me about that. I mean, I said Ghana is a place to be, but at the same time, if you don't make your research well, then there are also scamming people, or there are also bad people all over the world, and the same
Mhm.
thing happened here in Ghana. Yeah, so good and
That's
bad,
true.
and I think the good in Ghana are better more than the bad. So you were saying something.
Yes. So what I was saying is one of the key problems that is creating this is the disorganized system that people are using to integrate. And so we are pleading with all African leaders, not only Ghanaian leaders, to create a tunnel, an organized tunnel that will facilitate the comeback of the diasporas so that they would come to work with us in a seamless integration system. It's the disorganized system where they are coming from all angles that is creating the avenue for them to be scammed. But then these diasporans coming, they are so important to the country because they are coming with businesses, they are coming with new ideas, they are coming with new strategies in order to raise money, to develop themselves, develop the continent, and develop the world. So when you push them back like that, what you are doing is you are destroying the reputation of the country when it comes to business. So we want, or we are pleading with all African leaders to see this as excruciatingly important and a very, very serious necessity to look critically into this situation by creating an organized system that the diasporas can pass through to get themselves established in the continent without being scammed. Also, for them to be able to open businesses, for them to be able to open schools, hospitals, and stuff without being scammed, and create opportunity for them to make profits whilst they open these projects, because that will encourage more of them to come and help develop the continent.
That is, it's well spoken. It's well spoken, Danny. I think what you have said is it's amazing, because what we see here on the grounds, I'm in Ghana, what I see here on the grounds and what people talk to me about it is sometimes even to get to the diaspora, uh, office of the diaspora. It's in the Jubilee House. It's inside. So even to get there is another story altogether. You know, so people get come without getting any help. So that those Mr. and Mrs. Joseph that I had a conversation with them, they were not getting any help. I mean, I tried to also go further, investigate what happened to them, and people are not even ready to talk. You see, because according to them, even our own police force were not even helping them. Anywhere they go, they didn't get help. So if the government has something, as you said, I think it will help, because we need those people.
Yes.
And what do you think? Has any other country developed without diaspora?
I want to say this right off the bat. There's no country that can develop with just internal trade. No matter how big the country is, if the country wants to develop, the country must look extensively at both internal and external trade. And the diasporans that are coming, they are coming as external trade. But their love for the continent is motivating them to come. That is already a very important incentive that will facilitate their development for the continent. So if we are interested in developing the continent, uniting the continent, and strategically moving the continent forward, it is absolutely essential for us to realize that we cannot build the continent alone internally. We need to establish a very, very important trade line or pipeline that they can pass through to come into the continent, including organization of visas for them, organization of tax reduction protocols for them, organization of a center or an avenue that will mitigate crimes and corruption when it comes to them coming into the country. And then a tourism organization center where they can go to if they want to see the continent properly. They want to see, maybe perhaps if we have that in Ghana. I know the Boys Center tried to establish something like that, but I don't know how far they went with that. But if they establish a help center where if they come, they want to analyze the place properly for commerce, they want to start businesses, they want their children to go to school, they want their children to have an integration, a helpline that they can quickly relate to. And also there should be a technology face to this. That means we need to develop like a web face where people can ask questions online and receive great answers as to what to do and be helped. That would move the country forward and is very important for the country's future. And not only Ghana, but throughout the entire African continent.
And I love that. I love what you said.
Thank you.
You always mention that not only Ghana, throughout the whole African continent. We're still in Ghana. We're talking about Ghanaian diasporas. What about the Ghanaian diasporas who travel? Because most of them also come back home, and the same thing happened to them. What is wrong with the Ghanaian system or the Ghanaian citizens? What is wrong with those people? We, the citizens, why are we not honest? Why some of us are not honest? Some of the people.
Well, I want to assure you that this problem is not only a Ghanaian problem. People come here and they are scammed by British. People come here and they are tortured and abused by British. People go to the US, they also face the same problem. But one of the key things that leads to this is poverty and hardship, the inability to be able to take care of families, and then low economic programs that will create financial stability for families. Now, when the minute people are established, they have something important called dignity and pride. So they tend to be more careful because they want their reputation, they want their family reputation, they want their names. But when people are starving and they're hungry and there's no jobs, there's nothing, then that pride disappears. and then they begin to follow corrupt measures and corrupt ways, that does not sound properly in the ears of the international community. So that is what is leading. I would say that is one of the things that is leading to the corruption. But then the most important thing is, the more corrupt we are, the more poor we will get. Because apparently now people will stop trading with us. And that will create more hardship, more starvation in the country. That is why I'm saying that this is not an individual problem. It's a continental problem that we must all come together as one people, capable of solving our problems to deal with, not only for the diasporas, but for anybody who is coming to the continent. Because it is not something that we should look at it lightly. For instance, if I come to you once and you steal from me, the next time if I have something, I will not come to you. So you only eat for a short time. But if I come to you once and you work honestly with me, I make money, you make money. Now I trust you. Anytime I get something, I keep coming. So it becomes a continuous development for all, both us in Africa, or who comes from Africa, and then the world. And it's not only that, but the way we treat people in Ghana also instigates how they treat us abroad. If people from the US and the UK and China and they come to Ghana and they are treated properly with respect and dignity, they leave respecting Ghanaians and respecting Ghanaians abroad, which means that more opportunities will be given to Ghanaians abroad to develop themselves, develop their families, and then develop the country too, because we'll be sending money back home. So it is a very, very important part of economic development for leaders to look into.
Because of our time, then a quick question I want to ask you. I think we will have that topic in our next one, but I just want to put it in mind that how to register a company in Ghana. Most of the diaspora that I talk to, I said, when they go to register a company, they give them huge amount for them to own before. Let's say they will say you have to have $500,000 because $500,000 before you can register a limited liability company, and or you register a company. What about in Western?
It is an international problem. It is an international problem because even here in the UK, initially, formally, before Brexit, they had that problem where you need a lot of money in order to register a foreign business here in the UK. But it is a problem that now they realize it is not futuristic in the development of the country. So they absolutely lower the amount of money that you need as a foreigner to establish businesses in the UK. So now they are bringing businesses from Turkey, businesses from China, everywhere to facilitate the growth of the country. And that is one of the things that Ghana should look at in this dispensation, that they should organize a foreign trade sector. In fact, when you look, having worked at various embassies, one of the key instruments that produce money for countries is what we call the Foreign Chamber of Commerce. So they should establish a trade commercial phase, that anybody who wants to open a business, and if the person comes from an international organization or is coming from abroad, will pass through, so that we can be able to see exactly where this is going and how to help them reduce the amount of money they need to establish a business, and also how to establish a business that will be profitable to them.
As I was saying, I said, thank you very much for having time for me. I know you guys, your times are precious, but as I said, we will get in touch again. I think the conversation is so good, and it's so educative, because a lot of people outside, they want to come back home and invest. But then, as you are saying, if you're a foreigner, you have to have a certain amount of money, as we said. But then those people that I'm talking about basically come to Ghana, get Ghanaian resident permit and everything, but they still go through the same like we like those who are in UK, for example, they can easily go and register a company without putting anything there. So,
That's
but
true.
we'll talk about it next time. I want us to wrap up because of the network and our time. So I thank you very much.